let's become masters of water. Today we're not going to talk about, oh, did you know that your body consists 70% of water? I know, we all read it in the book. What I want this video to be about is how we can master water and how we can take and learn things from water and apply it in our lives to become masters of water. Welcome to Artist and Savage, episode 20, Master Water. Okay, so I'd like to offer you a metaphor, a symbol, an idea that water symbolizes principles, like your life code, principles that you live by. Water holds intention, it holds information. There have been scientific studies, we're not going to get into it, you can Google it. It has been proven by serious people in the suits that water holds intention, water holds information. And, the way I see it, we're just going to use a simple example here. So, if you put tea in the water, it tastes like tea, it becomes tea. If you put lemon in the water, it tastes like lemon. If you put coffee in the water, it tastes like coffee. The way I look at it, what that represents to me, that when you have life principles, when you have a code and you have a certain desire, certain goal that you want to achieve, and you couple it together, you mix it, you actually get that realization of your dream, of your desire. Like, imagine you are a coffee bean, and what you're meant to do in your life, your biggest desire in your life is to be a cup of coffee. Now, to be that, you need water, you need principles, you need water, and that's how you become a cup of coffee. There's more to it to making a cup of coffee than just a coffee bean and water, but you get the picture, And you need a code, you need principles to live by. You need a code because when you get on the journey, and there's things that you want to achieve, there's certain goals that you want to achieve, it's not going to be easy. You're going to face challenges. And I believe the only thing that in the face of challenges is not going to allow you to just turn back, go home, and forget about your dreams, your achievement, are those principles, are those convictions and beliefs that you live by, that life code. Just think about it. There's people doing incredible hard things like sacrifices, people going to war for an idea, people going to war to protect their home. Why do they do it? Everything in their bodies, all the instincts tell them to not do it, but they do it because they have this deep conviction, they have these principles. Now, what are these life codes? What are these principles that we should live by, that I should live by, that you should live by? I don't know, but let's look at water. What does it teach us? The first thing about water is that it gives life. It gives life to all the things on earth. Everything came out water. 70% of the earth is water, like we learned in school. 70% of our bodies are water. And what that represents to me, what that tells me, is that we're supposed to help each other. We're supposed to heal each other, and vitalize. Be vital in our communities. Like everything that we touch flourishes. Pretty much. And another thing about water, on the same note, is that it cannot be destroyed. Like whatever you do with the water, wherever you put the water, it's going to find the way out. And that represents to me this just tireless desire for life, this optimism for life. And I think we have to have it. As people, we have to have this optimism and this desire for life, even in the tough situations, even when we're on the journey and we're facing obstacles, we're facing fears, we're facing challenges. So that's the first thing that water teaches us, to heal, to help, and to just have this just unlimited desire and optimism for life itself. The second thing that I believe water teaches us, water is liquid, water is gas. When it evaporates, goes into a cloud. It is solid when it's ice. It adjusts. Like wherever you put the water, it becomes that container. Whatever environment you put it in, it becomes that environment. So it teaches us to adjust and pivot and learn to reinvent ourselves depending on the situation. Be fluid. Be all these things. Because, and that's just an incredible lesson, I think. Because when we are on our journeys, like these challenges, like whenever you're on the journey and whatever problem, issue, or obstacle that you have in life, when you face it, when you just come close to it, you are not yet a person that has been able to overcome that challenge. So you step into it, you wrestle with it, you learn how to overcome it, and you come out on the other side conquering that challenge. You transform, you reinvent yourself. You go from liquid into gas. Wherever the water needs to go, it finds a way to go there. If it needs to go up, it becomes gas. If it needs to come back down, it rains back down. So just this inventiveness and just this ability to adjust and pivot, very important. I think this is a great lesson, great principle that all of us need to master, to be the masters of water, to be these superheroes on our journeys. Another thing about water, third thing about water, is that it's cyclical. On the same note, it goes from being liquid, then it's gas, then it's solid. When it's cold, it's ice. When it's then it melts. It goes through these cycles, just like nature itself. It's very cyclical, and I think it teaches us to learn new things, to experience new things, to get on these journeys, to challenge ourselves, experience life in new ways. And when I was thinking about this particular point, Leonardo DaVinci's quote came to my mind. And literally, this man, incredibly wise, one of the most incredible people that we had on earth, produced. Here's what he said about it. Iron rusts from disuse. Water loses purity from stagnation. Even so does inaction sap the vigor of the mind. Well, that's the point right there. If you stay in one place and you do not learn new things, do not challenge yourself, you lose that vigor, you lose that purity, you rust like iron, So, another incredible lesson that we can learn from water, and we need to master these things to be these masters of water. One more thing I want to say that the biggest body of water, the ocean. What the ocean teaches us is this incredible consistency that just keeps coming. It is always different. Some days it's calm, some days it produces these big waves, some days it's clear and beautiful, some days it's stormy, you don't even see anything in the water, but it's always there. It always keeps coming. And that's that consistency, keep showing up. And I know there's a lot of people, and myself included, we struggle with this consistency. Everybody struggles it. I believe everyone, has their moments when they do not want to do something, where it's hard. They experience this resistance to keep showing up, to follow through. I believe this comes, I've noticed it in my life, and what the ocean teaches us. If you look at the ocean, why is it so consistent? Why is it able to just keep coming every day? I think it does it because it does what it's meant to be doing. Like a person that lives the life that he's meant to be living. That's a person that's consistent. And, I think the only way we can do it, like, I am incredibly consistent showing up on YouTube every day because I love doing it. I love coming up with these ideas, researching these ideas and talking to you guys. I love it. That's why I'm able to just do it and be consistent, keep showing up, wave in, wave out. And I think the key to that, for lesson number 4, to be consistent, is just finding that bliss. Because when you find bliss, you find your depth. And your depth is your ocean. That's your passion. And that's where you tap into this, not only consistency, but more importantly, you tap into this unlimited possibilities. You tap into these unlimited solutions, just unlimited creativity of ocean. When you keep showing up and it's deep, you feel the depth there. I remember when I used to work as a real estate broker, there were days it was so hard to make myself go and do it. But it was that because it just wasn't my passion, it wasn't my bliss to do it. And that's why, it's difficult. It's easy to sit here and say, oh, you need to be consistent, because you hear that advice all the time and everywhere. But I think it's very hard. And like if you just try to force it and hack it, you're not going to be able consistent. You may resist and persist longer, but it's going to break at some point. If that's if that's the way you're trying to be consistent. But water just flows. You can't break water. That's the same thing here. Because the water is not forcing anything. It just does what it does. It cuts the rock. Over time, it does what it does. It flows. It's so consistent. It cuts the rock. Master water, man, because we need to be the superheroes. Every artist and savage that wants to make their passion a profession needs to be a master of water. Get on that journey, master water, these principles, and I will see you on the next one.